Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video. That is the Zero Shiki AR, and I have not touched this suit for literal months. This thing has been gathering dust, but this is one of the suits that got buffed during the Masala release update, and I gotta say it's vastly superior to the old Zero Shiki, and mostly just from some small changes. What really kind of turned me off from this suit for a great while was it was fun for the first few days, and I believe if I remember my initial thoughts for this suit correctly, it was okay, but it felt like a lot of the supports were just better at just dishing out the damage, and this suit kind of put itself at risk flying in front of people. If you ever played a flying suit, people just tend to magically get more accurate when you're flying. And you'll attract a lot more people, so it was kind of hard to stay up in the air, and it made it even worse because this thing had really low weapon switching time. Also, we're gonna start out this match really great by immediately getting shot out of the sky. Awesome. I don't know what I got shot by. I hope that was some kind of heavy stagger because I should be able to tank that, but apparently not according to this game. Yeah, something that I really questioned about this suit was that at the time the Schwartz Diaz got a buff to help its weapon switching time because its original weapon switching time was just atrocious. And this thing is pretty much a Schwartz Diaz that can fly, and it had the same weapon switching time as the Schwartz Diaz, the old Schwartz Diaz. And I was really questioning why, because at that they admitted it was a problem, so they changed it. But then they added another suit that had the same problem. It made no sense, even if this thing had extra weapons attached to it. And I say weapons, it had a beam rifle, and I believe even the Schwartz Diaz had a sticky launcher, so it had I think the only extra thing was the beam rifle, and yeah, so they definitely they buffed that. Looking back at this buff list here, they reduced the weapon switching time on the beam cannon, and I believe a little bit on the bazooka. Or at least switching to other weapons, it's a lot easier. And it definitely feels that way, thank God. They also gave it an extra 1,000 health, so now instead of 14,000, it's 15,000, which is another problem with this suit, is that, oh hey, real quick, I'm going to read when this invulnerability is going away. Hell yeah. Guess that right. But yeah, another problem with this was that the Schwartz Diaz, I believe, was tankier. And this suit had less health, but still had the problems of the old Schwartz Diaz, which is a problem. So they gave it a little bit more health. And I believe on the beam cannon, they reduced how long it takes from you to get out of just standing still after you fire. Because the beam rifle, you have to stand still to fire it. So after you get done firing that beam cannon, you can move a lot quicker afterwards, which is nice. And then for the beam rifle, they increased the damage from 600 to 650, and I believe that goes up by like another 50 and when you get to level 2. So overall, nice, just little small buffs, but they really help out this suit a lot. You get a lot more chances to stun lock, which I will be taking full advantage of this game because poor King decided to pick the Gyaradoga heavy arms, which I'm going to feel so bad for him this match because he's going to get like full health stunned to death. Full health stun locked to death. Yeah, man, it was just awful for him. Which, I don't know why it was getting a little bit closer here. I would have backed off and started shooting from buildings, but it seems like there's already Rick DeJay doing that for him. But anywho, we're going to try and go over here. And our team setup was kind of weird. We had 2 of each class, which isn't a bad thing, but we didn't really have much of like super frontline heavy suits. I guess that kind of makes up for some of our support. We had James in the Ashamar, which has to charge up his beam rifle to stun or trying to get accumulation. Oh man, I was going to follow up on King with that downswing, but I got killed. Unfortunate. And then we have a Bjarlant, which the Bjarlant can be an iffy suit sometimes. Depending on the player. A player can really make that thing shine, but if you're getting dicked on by the enemy team or focused, it's going to be pretty hard to play that. And then we have 2 raids. We have a Plant, which is a pretty, like one of the best raids you can pick at 550. And Taru in the GPO2 BB, which just got buffed as well in the Masala update. So he's hoping to get some heavy staggers off, and Dion in the Nemo 3, which the Nemo 3 is actually a pretty good support at stun locking. It's one of the few supports that I've said a few times now that doesn't really need maneuver armor or a dodge roll because it's just so easy to handle. Uh, juggle other generals. It's just just have to be careful where you position yourself because you can just get tag teamed, kind of like with other supports. But that's one of the few supports I'm like, yeah, it's fine. You can do a lot of damage. You can stun lock. It's pretty useful. Nice Vulcans as well, and yeah, pretty easy. But right here, the enemy team is just getting playing a little bit weirdly. They're coming in at a few people at a time, and we're just dealing with them. I was gonna try and shoot more at Mick here in a bit. But I realized there's two of our teammates there that can handle him, so I'm just going to focus on the other two over here. And I'm going to save number 5 from a heavy stagger whip from the Night Seeker with a well-placed bazooka shot. But he is still going to get downswung, but thankfully that's not a whole lot of damage, it looks like. So I'm just going to go ahead and try and get another stun lock here. Nice. And let's see if we can get a beam shot off. Actually, yeah, okay, we got it again. Nice. And, yeah, this poor Night Seeker didn't have his dodge roll ready. Well, there it is now, and we're just continue firing at him. And I believe he's trying to get the Bjarlin away from me, or trying to attract me to him, because he's trying to get up here. And thankfully for me, I remember that the Zero Shiki has a pretty far-reaching downswing, and you'll see right here. Yeah, get away from me. And then I'm going to finish you off after somebody destroys his shield. And yeah, and I believe the Bjarlin's going to say nice afterwards. Yeah, there it is, nice. Also, that was a nice cummy shot from the from me to Mick in the Kapul. But yeah, we seem to have the enemy team. Oh man, yeah, we're just firing squatting them right now. Firing squatting them. What the fuck kind of sentence is that? Anyway, we got poor King with that full health, and that he's now dead. Yeah, he just got stun locked to death, and that's another. This is why I tell you guys to some supports definitely need maneuver armor because of how big they are. Yeah, that was pretty awful way to die, just to sit there infinitely. But oh well, sometimes it's just how the game is. I don't know what that stealth raid is doing going after James and not me or Dion, but I believe he's going to die very, very quickly, actually. We're, past the minute mark here. We're almost done with the match, really. I say past the minute like we're above a minute, but I don't think that's how words work. Anyway, there's King. All of our teammates are slowly dying off, so I'm just going to go ahead and get some more damage off on King. I'm pretty sure we got this game in the bag. Last 30 minutes here. 30 minutes? Jesus Christ. 30 seconds. What am I talking about? But yeah, waiting for my rocket launcher to ready up, and it did ready up, so we're going to go ahead and just continue firing at King here. And then we're going to go for a stun lock combo on him with the bazooka, and then the Kumi launcher, and into a sliding downswing for a nice 3,500 damage. And unfortunately for me, that's when the enemy team started to show up, and I'm going to die momentarily. And yeah, there we go, I'm dead. But it's the last second, and that is a game over. Timeout, and we'll see what we got going on here. Mission completed. Woo. Good works all around, at least for me. And hey, I got shot at the most, which it didn't really feel like it. Maybe people looked at me, and that counted as diversions, because I think that actually does. But yeah, gonna praise James and Taro. They did really well. And hey, third place, 3-2. Not too bad at all, because I did get some good damage off, almost 100k, and nice pursuit assist. And I did get third in assist score, so yeah, I was doing a fine job as a support. It was, a pretty good third place. The one with the hairy chest. But yeah, that is the improved Zero Shiki AR, and I gotta say, yeah, definitely a vast improvement over the old one. Again, the weapon switching time was a little bit wonky. I do wish this thing kind of had some balancers. I feel like that would make the suit definitely better at trying to approach people with stun locks and then going in for a melee. I believe this thing, I'm trying to remember if it had that ability that made it play like it was in space, like the Bjarlin has, where you can use kind of like an aim back system. Either or, I just wish I had some bouncers. They make it a lot more easier just to, again, get that stun lock off. You probably get 3 in a row. You get the rocket launcher into the beam cannon to the sticky shot, and then straight to your downswing. That can do some great damage because the downswing is a sliding downswing. It's some of the best downswings you can get in this game compared to ones that like do multi-hit but still do a lot of damage. Something like the O. This thing's more comparable to it's like a support Stamen, except a Stamen that can stun multiple times. It's definitely better, but is it still the best support you can pick? I don't know. We'll have to see how big the change is in the next few weeks. It's definitely improved, and you can definitely get more damage put out for this suit. If you learn how to appropriately position yourself, get some stun locks, and go in for your melee, you should be good as golden with this suit. And it's a lot easier to do that now. I think this suit is pretty nice to play now. And that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And type up in the comment section how you feel about the Zero Shiki AR. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Again, I was okay with the suit, and then I just stopped playing it because the weapon switching time was just and I felt like I was getting more done with other supports. But now, you know what? I feel like I can be more comfortable playing this suit and getting more damage off, being more helpful to my team, I should say. Using my utilities to my advantage and my team's advantage because, I'm a support. And, that's going to be it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.